And we're back. You're watching Sports Federation TV. I'm Linyukta Chetty. Now making their debut for the first time ever on our show is air rifle shooting. Western Cape, Western Province air rifle shooting is here, and a father and daughter, Sean Alexander and Samantha Alexander. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for coming on the show finally.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for thanks for the invite.
Yes, now air rifle shooting is probably one of those sports that people don't know much about. So before we get into your news, please run us through what exactly is the sport about.
Okay, air rifle started many years ago in the form of the military were involved with schools as cadets in the .22 rifles, and then in the early 90s that sort of stopped at schools, no more .22 rifles, and was converted to air rifles. So it's a school sport. Still today you have schools shooting, and then from there it's gone on to club shoots, and then obviously we can go national and international with air rifle shooting. There's obviously different forms of shooting. The entry level is, as we note, the old typical air rifle, as they call it in Afrikaans, a neck breaker, the one that you load and you break the barrel in half. And that's a windbuks in Afrikaans, and that is the entry level. You can't go anywhere in South Africa with that. It's just to get you involved in the sport. After that we have the sporter rifle, which you can't go overseas and tour. Unfortunately not any international Olympics or something, but there are club shoots and different countries shoot against one another, and normally we go to England, and that's called a sporter. So it's the same rifle, but just it's loaded with compressed air. Then if you're really serious about shooting, it moves on to what we call the precision rifle, which we have here, Samantha's rifle. That is an Olympic standard rifle. You can go to the Olympics with this rifle. So that's the ultimate, is to get, if you've got the capabilities, to end up at the Olympics one day.
Okay, so Samantha, you've got Protea colors, and for any athlete in any sport in the country, that's the ultimate dream. You know, obviously,
it's like the goal before Olympics one day.
Yes,
one day.
Lovely. You said it's an Olympic sport as well?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So, Samantha, how long have you been competing?
I've been competing for about 9 years, so nearly 10 years. So next year is my big decade. So.
Are you still in school?
Yes, grade 11.
Grade 11. So 9 years competing. So that would have put you at like 9, 10 years old when you started.
I was 8 years old, grade 2.
Wow.
Tiny little me.
Lovely. Have you been competing in the sport
not on the air rifle, military shoots and club shoots, but not on air rifle, no.
Okay. Well, you know, just to explain the difference between actual live rounds and you said compressed air. Yeah. So if Samantha, what is the range of your rifle?
I shoot at 10 meters.
10 meters. At a national and international level, are you also shooting from 10-meter distance?
Yeah. All 10 meters, all the ranges worldwide, 10 meters.
10 meters.
Just to give you an idea, this is the size of the target that you're shooting at 10 meters.
Wow.
So if you can see, there's a little white dot in the middle, that is a bull. So at the national and international level, as you can see here, that's what you have to shoot. Every shot has to be a bull, otherwise you're not going to make it at 10 meters. And there's no, some of the rifles have telescopes, and these rifles, it's all open sights. So you've got to have good eyesight, and your aim's
That is a tiny target.
Absolutely.
Even at 10 meters, that's...
And my eyes are bad, so everything's blurry, so I'm just shooting on instinct.
But you've got 9 years of instinct to help you out. You must be very proud, Sean.
Very proud of her. She started at a young age, and I think she was the youngest to go represent South Africa. At that stage, got SASCO colours to go to England. I think, how old were you?
12. I was 12.
12 years old. So we coupled to SASCO, SASCOC, all the necessary codes, all the way up to the Olympic. So we connected to the correct people. And yeah, you have to work your way, and she was the youngest, and then she got a Protea colours.
This year Feb.
This year Feb.
Samantha, I'm interested to know, you know, I'm sure you're extremely popular at your school, having your Protea colors, and also doing a sport that's very cool. I mean, it's cool. I mean, any weapon, firing any weapon is pretty cool if you're responsible. What drew you to the sport, except the fact that your father has a history in it?
Well, it was actually by chance that I started shooting, because as my dad was part of the army, it was like obviously a father's dream for his son to start shooting. So my other 2 brothers were shooting, and then one day there was a fun day at the high school, and I'm the little sister, so let's go shoot. And then eventually the coach was like, well, but you got potential. So I was like, okay. And then she's like, yeah, I'll start next year. So I was like, okay, and I'll start. And then from then on, it was just by chance that I started, and nearly 10 years later, I'm here. So, and it's been a sport always close to my heart because like I grew up with it. Like often I think, I don't feel like going to shooting practice today, but then again I'm like, but I can't give it up. It's a passion, I can't.
You've achieved now Protea colours. So what will be the first international event that you'll participate in?
But I went to the WCARA African Games 2017, the 13th one, and that was in Cairo, Egypt. And there it was a competition for the Olympics.
Qualifying.
Yeah, the qualifying rounds, and I came fourth. I needed to come first, but I came fourth. But like that's the stage that I need to go to, and that happens every 4 years.
Yeah.
So if I can just keep doing that, then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And I've been to England in 2013. Hopefully next year Germany or Dubai, or I think that's pretty much where we can go.
You need to have a steady hand and a strong mind, hey, for a sport like this, a target sport. How do you prepare for that?
It's a lot of mental preparation and a lot of physical hours put into it. Like every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, at least a minimum of 2 hours. If I can get more hours in, like to practice, then I'm good to go. But otherwise, mentally, it's hectic. Because if you have a good competition, you amped to go. But then there's also the fact of, I just shot good. I just shot well, so like, can I keep on doing it? And also, it's mentally tiring because we shoot for an hour and a half solid, and we just stand there for an hour and a half solid. And like every shot you have to take individually, otherwise you become in a slow routine, and then your mind starts going. And
No,
so,
of course, yeah.
And
in all
also-
games of concentration, the good is separated from the great based on how well you can maintain your concentration.
Food you eat, you need to watch. You can't have too sugary foods because that spikes your energy levels. Your sugar levels go up, and then you start shaking, and the hours of sleep. There's lots of things.
Oh, but it's so lekker, hey?
It is. Like if you have a good score or a good shoot, you just feel like you're ready to go again.
Sean, what is your area of responsibility as an administrator in your federation?
I'm involved on the operations side, so when we do tours, like we just did the national essays, which we went to Douglas 3 months back, and there I was involved 2 months back. There I was involved in the tour manager, taking the kids, ensuring that everything is up and running, that the facilities are there, that the kids are taken care of, everybody's looked after, and everything runs smooth. Make sure they're on their places. And
make sure your daughter does well.
motivate them.
That's at the top of the list, probably.
keep them happy. A happy shot is a good shot.
What kind of development efforts have there been from your federation to get a more representative demographic involved in the sport?
We've done two, and one of them was obviously the black shooters, and we've got that in the Western Cape. We've had the black shooters as well as the handicapped, the guys from Worcester that can't shoot, and we had them at last year's essays, and so we were the first province to get that right. But it is a struggle because how do you get a kid out of Khayelitsha to come to Bellville? We don't have the facilities all over this. The transport becomes an issue, so it is a huge problem for the organisation. It's not as easy as we've got rifles which we can give to the youngsters if they want to come across. We've got their shooting packs, which you'll see later on what it looks like, the jackets and so we've had all those, but still at the end of the day it's a problem. Because we don't have all the shooting ranges that we need. That is the problem.
Absolutely.
We're fortunate in Cape Town, we make use of the Bellville Pistol Club, and I think Uncle Alan, as we know him, has been on the show before. Thanks to him, he allows us to use his facility 3 times a week. So we get kids from Mitchell's Plain that come there, but it is, as I said, it is problematic because somebody has to bring the kids. So we rely on the school, and the school's obviously involved, but it's not everybody that can spend 3 to 4 days a week shooting. So it is a major problem.
Samantha, what would you say is the best thing about your sport? Why do you love your sport?
The thrive that it gives me, and the challenges that it gives me, and the opportunity to travel places, to better myself, to build my confidence levels. Doesn't only impact my shooting, but as well as my schoolwork and my concentration levels and discipline, and also the ability to make memories and friends and travel.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And at your young age, you've seen and accomplished so much as a human, you know, and you're grade 11. Yeah. Sean, how can people get in touch with the Federation if they'd like to get involved with the sport or even support the Federation?
Okay. We've got SAARA.org.za. That's the main organization, and they look after each region. So you can go into their website and you can pick up all the contact details of the Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Northern Cape, wherever you want to be. And then SAARA Western Province, we've got our own webpage as well. So you just Google SAARA Western Province and you'll find us on Facebook.
You've brought some photos, and before you leave us, we can
yes.
just go through those. Hey, so this is this Belleville Pistol Club?
I wish it was. That
This
is
is in
the
Egypt.
tour that we Egypt that we did a couple months back. That's just to show what their shooting range looks like. We don't have anything
So
close to it.
digitalized and everything. Hey.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
They have space for like 80 shots at a time. We've got in Belleville, I think it's 12 shots if we're lucky to get on. So
Okay.
that is what Egypt looks like. We're hoping one day the Western Cape government will fund us and give us a nice shooting range, but that's...
Is that your actual kit?
Yeah, the heavy leather / rubber /
Why would you need that
everything.
kind of protection? Is it the kick from the rifle?
There's absolutely no recoil. It's just that it helps you to be
Support.
more stable and support, because this is
Right, that
precision.
goes-
Everything is so precise. Like, you barely move. When the shot goes off, you don't move and you keep your follow through. It's pretty much just to keep your stability and support. And
Okay, wow.
So that's Belleville Pistol Club that you're looking at now. We're very fortunate in the Western Cape because there's no other club that has this nicer facility as Belleville Pistol Club, so we're very fortunate.
Okay, and this was obviously an event. Hey.
yeah, that was in Cairo itself at the African Games. And that was, I think I was doing my competition there, my 40-shot competition.
Phew, that's
Hectic
quite an
pressure.
impressive facility if you look at it in comparison to our best in the
Yeah.
Western Cape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Olympic standards.
All right. So Facebook page, you've got a website. People can come to Belleville Pistol Club to get exposed to the sport, and you will have the equipment there for people to try and people
Correct.
to show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can just say one last thing is that we mentioned in the beginning of the Olympics, Samantha, and there was another one, Adrian, that went to Cairo. He managed to secure a spot for South Africa. So we will be going
In the
to
male
the
division.
in the male division. So we'll be going to the Junior Olympics in Argentina next year. We still have to decide which male shot will get it. So all the male shots are working hard to see who can come out #1 by March this year.
Yeah, who
next
doesn't
year.
want to go to Argentina?
So that will be the second time in the history of the sport that we've sent somebody to the Olympics. So we're holding thumbs. It's a Cape Townian, so let's hold thumbs for him.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And
I'm
he's
sure
from
the-
our club and our school.
Yeah.
My grade.
Excellent, excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done on the on a obviously a very successful federation, and well done to you, Samantha.
Thank
May
you.
you continue to grow from strength to
Definitely,
strength, and then
definitely.
Olympics on the horizon for you. Hey,
Then I'll be on the TV again.
then you'll be on TV again. But you're welcome to come and share more news with us
Super.
anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, that's it from Air Rifle, and we will be back after the break with the people from West Coast District Sports Council. So don't go anywhere.